Bonjour la classe. Okay, so today's lesson looks a little bit different because we're going to be doing a lot of setup for our special person interviews. So all of you watching this video are working from home today, and this is an activity that you can do without a whole lot of my support. So this video is going to be fairly short. I'm just going to be introducing you a little bit to the new unit and the title, and then also like this is more like a tutorial video, just kind of guiding you through what you need to do today. So on PowerSchool you have access to this video and then also our Google shared slides. So that's what I'm going to share with you now. So we're all looking at the same thing. So if you want to go ahead and click on that link, you can, but just make sure you keep watching this video so I can explain to you what you're doing. So actually the title of this unit, it's unit 2, is not it's kind of like ma routine typique. Actually, I'm going to change that because it's not technically what it's called. It's called une journée typique. And then une journée, oh, should have probably done this before. Une journée is a day. So the whole unit is about typical day things that we do on a day-to-day basis. And we're going to start with une matinee typique. So une matinee typique is a typical morning. And so what we did last year for this and what we're going to do this year are special person interviews. But because this year we are not all in person all the time, we're actually going to do sometimes some of it in person, sometimes some of it on Zoom, and sometimes some of it via video. Either way, we're all going to use these Google Slides on une matinée typique. So this is une présentation des étudiants, that's you, des étudiants en français 2. And as you can see, I clicked on class 3, but here you have access to class 5 or class 6. So class 3 and 5, you are my blended group 1, group 2 in-person students. And it doesn't matter if you are group 1 or group 2. If you are third period, you're going to click here. And again, doesn't matter if you're group 1 or 2. If you are fifth period, you're going to click here. All of my sixth period students are fully virtual, so you're all going to click here. All right, so I'm going to go back to the third period one just to show you, but all the slides look exactly the same. So what you will see on your first few slides are les questions, so les questions de l'interview, so of the special person interview. So you can see to start with, we're just going to start with 6 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 questions are written in French. À quelle heure tu te réveilles? And we're using a lot of new language, like new verbs right here, like tu te réveilles is new for you guys. So I've also put it in English. What time do you wake up? Okay, some of it you might recognize, tu manges le petit déjeuner, and other things, tu te maquilles, not quite so clear, do you wear makeup? Anyway, these are your 6 questions, and I've given you some response starters. So the responses correspond to the questions. So numéro 1 is what time do you wake up? Numéro 1 in our answer is I wake up at. So you know what it means. It's asking you for what time. Numéro 2, there's a lot of possible answers because it's asking you what do you do after you wake up. So I've given you some options, which you can choose 1, 2, all of them, up to you. Or maybe it's none of those, in which case I'll tell you what you need to do. So the answers correspond to the questions, and these are the 2 slides that you need to help support your vocabulary for what you need to do. So your first slide here is les instructions. So you're going to choose 2 slides. So if you look over here, there's lots of slides. There should be enough for each class for 2 people. Maybe there isn't, so you'll have to like copy the slide, but that's fine. I think you guys can do that. You're going to post a picture of yourself because although most of us know most of us, some of us don't know all of us, so it'd just be nice to. You can have a filtered picture. I don't really mind, but it has to be a picture that resembles you. Has to kind of, like, it can be a Bitmoji if you want, but it has to be something that resembles you. Write, so you're going to write 6 sentences in French. So everything that goes on your slide is going to be in French using those 2 slides, les questions and les réponses I told you about. Nope, not that. You can use my slides as examples. So I'm going to show you those in a minute, but those are the 2 following slides. And then the 4th thing, what about if you want to say something that I haven't given you an option of how to say it, like you're not sure? And definitely one of these, what do you eat? So je mange, you might not know how to say what you're going to eat, because some of you might eat pizza for lunch, for breakfast, but some of you probably don't. So what are you going to say? So if you don't know how to say it, you're not going to write any English on this slide. So you can either put a picture, and that is my preference, put a picture of what you want to say in this on the slide, or slash and, like if it's really like ambiguous, the picture, like really unclear, or you can't find a picture or whatever, then put it in English on the slide notes. So I'm going to show you an example of that with mine. Okay, so I said choose 2 slides just because there's like 6 sentences and like things that you need to do. Plus, if you have pictures and stuff, instead of having it all squashed together, you just might want to take up 2 slides. Okay, so I put 3 on one and 3 on the other. So this is my first sentence. Je me réveille à 5h45. Je me... Oh non, c'est pas bien écrit ça. Je me lave le visage et je m'habille. Et numéro 3, oui, je me maquille. So remember, the oui is just because it's in response to the questions. That's all that I put for here. And then the second slide is I'm talking about, I didn't embolden these ones, that kind of, my OCD. Okay. So you can see for here, like, je bois du café noir. Most of you know what café noir is, but I just gave you an example of like putting an image right there. Here, I put pour le petit déjeuner, je mange, and then I eat toast. So we've never talked about what toast is. So what I did is go to insert, image, and then search the web. And so it brings up a search here, and I put toast in. And I came up with toast, and I can spend a long time searching through all the images, but that's a waste of time. So I just picked the first one and put it here, and then put it across. So it is, so I don't put toast because toast is English and it's not a cockney. So I just put the image there. That way, when it's on your slide, I'm going to be the one there to do your interview, either by video or with you in person. So I will say it and I will write it in French for you. You do not have to Google Translate it. Please don't do that, because you never know what you're going to get. And you don't have to spend all your time looking up words and stuff. Just put the image. That's like way clearer, because if you put in French a word that you never even knew, nobody else watching it is going to know what it is. So then I'm going to have to draw it to show people what it is. So it's way better if you just put the picture so everybody can recognize instantly, oh, that's toast. That's what I have too. And then I will write in French, le pain grillé, because I know what it is. Okay, and if for an example it's like unclear, then put in your slide notes the number that corresponds to that, and then put like toast or I eat toast, whatever. And that way, like, I can look at it and I'll know. But most of the time, like, the pictures are pretty clear, so that's fine. So that's it. You're just working on 2 slides, those 6 sentences, which are right here. You choose which is for you, and then you're going to put it here. The one thing that you can see is that I've put my images and everything on like this side of the slide, and I've left this top right hand corner without anything. That's because when I video this and my face is in it, on Zoom, it kind of goes over this top right-hand corner. So if you put your images and all your wonderful work here, I'm either going to have to move it for you, which might ruin how you designed it, or I'm going to cover it up and nobody can see what it is. So just try and keep this top right-hand corner from just about here, like free. Yeah, you do not have to have your layout the same as mine. You do not have to have speech bubbles the same. You can be way more creative. You can choose your colors. You can have more than one picture. Please do make it super interesting. If you have this slide and then you know, just want to copy that slide that you had, like I literally copied, you can see I copied the layout and just changed the words. You can definitely do that too. Just do not write on somebody else's. If somebody's already chosen that, you're all going to be editing it at the same time, roughly. Like, so don't mess up anybody else's. Don't change the whole formatting of this because you'll ruin it for everybody. So yeah. If you have any questions, then please let me know if there's anything you're not sure on. This is your entire work for this class period. And if you don't manage to get it done because, you know, you spent a real long time trying to get your best picture on there ever, and then forgot to even do any French words, then tomorrow's lesson is a study day where you have the opportunity to catch up on some things which you didn't finish. And so if you need a little bit more time, then you will have tomorrow's lesson as well to finish off your slides. But we're going to be using these this week. So you need to, like, by the lesson after that. So you need to make sure that you are on this, you have it done, because we're going to be doing special person interviews regularly from this week. Okay, so it's also worth a grade. So don't waste your time and let me know if you have any issues. Okay. Merci, au revoir.